Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Monthly Tea with Madeline Foxtrot. I am, of course, Madeline Foxtrot. Today's tea is once again Earl Grey, because as the steampunks say, if it ain't broke, keep drinking it. This month I shall be going on another internet date, much like I did last month. Now, many have asked me, why, Madeline? Why are you going on so many of these internet dates? I loved my dear Enoch. I loved him dearly. Unfortunately, he didn't love me enough to tell me that he actually had a large amount of debt. Debt that, as it turns out, with death, does not go away. So, I'm looking for someone who I can share companionship with, I'm looking for someone who I can share many good times with, and someone who can share a bit of my debt. I mean, hey, you know, it's a small price to pay. After all, I am Madeline Foxtrot. Now, the man I will be dating today is a snake charmer, or as he calls it, a Cobra commander. Now, given last week's debacle, I have no idea, based on this picture, whether he is in fact the man petting the service dog, or whether he is the corgi. He's had some run-ins with a man named Joe, so he's very fearful of Joes, it seems, and that's fine. Luckily, I'm no Joe. And while he hasn't seemed to reveal his face in any of these pictures, I mean, let's be honest. These profile pictures are never an accurate representation. Alright, take a look at the person I was supposed to be dating last week. Poor representation of who I actually dated. Take a look at this. This is who I actually went on a date with. Maybe he meant the giant lizard in the back. That's who he was. So I, Madeline, being the bigger person, am going to look past profile pictures. Well, it's just an internet date, so let's play the odds, shall we? Okay. Copper.
Hello.
Hello. Are you the Cobra commander?
Why, yes, I am the Cobra commander.
This may seem strange. You are human, yes?
As human as the day I was hatched.
Okay, that's an odd way to answer that question, but I'm just going to assume yes. So, tell me, you are a snake charmer, yes?
Well, I wouldn't say a charmer as much as a commander, a lord-in-chief of all serpentine creatures there are.
Have you been making a fair amount of money off of this?
I'm quite wealthy.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Oh, well, you see, Cobra has its own autonomous country, my dear.
Oh.
And, well, as I am the commander of both the military and the country, I have all the power, and all the power brings all the money.
Now, as a snake charmer, or as you say, as a Cobra commander, that's a very dangerous job, yes?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Have any of the Cobras ever tried to attack you?
Well, yes. My good friend Destro created a large python for me named Serpentor, and at one point while I was trying to feed the damn thing, it bit me, and it caused a nasty outbreak on my face. I was so thankful that I had this helmet nearby.
So you get bitten occasionally, it happens, it's part of the job. That mask, does it ever come off?
It does come off, but I prefer to leave it on.
Okay, no, that's perfectly fine, because it's got a very nice reflection there, so it shows me the exact image that I want to see. How do you clean that? Because it looks very shiny.
Normally, I would say with the blood of my enemies.
Wonderful! That's a lovely kitty you have there.
Yes, this is Snake Eyes.
There's a button here that calls the nurse. I'm just gonna find it.
What is it,
here.
Grampa Lizard?
Siri!
No,
Siri!
I'm not Siri. I'm hanging up.
I'm gonna retire.
I've noticed that you talk a lot about how you hate these Joes. Did a man named Joe hurt you at some point?
I have nothing against the common Joe, nothing against the working Joe.
What would you say is a perfect date?
Oh, the perfect date. Well, I'd pick her up around 6 of the night. in my long limousine, street blue, because blue is my favorite color. My private jet, we would fly to Paris. We would see the sights. We would spend lots of money. Of course, I would want her to use my money, of course, because I like to make a woman happy. I mean, what kind of gentleman would I be without such things? And then we would retire to my summer estate on the Mediterranean. And, well, I suppose we'd see how the night goes. You don't get to the top by being subtle.
That's very true. I know that you had your own television station, your own satellite station. Have you watched any of the fine material from Dogtoon Media?
I believe I have, at least one time. Excellent, excellent.
Wonderful. And I would urge you to also like and subscribe. I just point up sometimes for no apparent reason.
Anything that would get me to like and subscribe to such as a wonderful woman related to you is just clearly a great idea to me.